Okay, 6 years, what we're going to do is, I told you before, there's 5 parts to this question. Now, if I leave out the theory, there will be theory on this, right? It'll be 10 to 15% of your theory. You have a folder in your files on all the theory. Kind of very repetitive, there's only so many things I can ask on it. So then we've done part B, was the reconciliation of operating profits. We've done the cash flow statement, and we've done the reconciliation of net debt. What we haven't done is a typical exam question where there's part A as well. Now if you look at the board here, I have an abridged profit and loss, and if you look at that, you would just say to me it's just the end of the profit and loss. Abridged, we're just looking at part of the profit and loss. So if you have your textbook there and you're looking at question 1 to question 4, it started off by giving you the abridged profit and loss, and then it went on to the balance sheet. Now if you look at question 5 on page 438, if you look at that, it just has the balance sheet. They didn't give you the profit and loss to start off with. So to start a typical exam question, you're going to have to do this first, okay? So this question 5, these are 5, 6 and 7 are typical Leaving Cert exam questions. For section B, you have 45 minutes to do them, which I think you should get this question done in 30 minutes. You have 45 minutes and it's worth 25% of your paper. But remember, you have to know your headings. So to do this particular one, this is the working that I need, which you've been used to doing as well. So this time I have interest, tax, dividends, and I've just added in investment income. So I started off with the balance at the start, the balance at the end, and I've just written here some information that either I've taken from the balance sheet or I've taken from the adjustments just to fill this up for you. Okay, so let's look at this. Investments are 50,000, they're 6%, so your investment income should be 3% or 3,000 per annum. And always just check dates and months, just in case you took part of a year here. And it's not in this question, but it could be in another question, just to make this more difficult. So you should pay 3,000. So for your investment income, you should pay 3,000. At the start of the year, you owe 1,000. This year, you might pay another, or receive another 3,000. So if you got all of that, you would have received 4,000. But there's 1,500 left, which means you only received 2,500. Okay, so here straight away I can put in that you received 3,000. Let's look at our dividend. We have to give 7 cents per share, and there's 600,000 shares issued, which means we're meant to this year give 42,000. So my dividends, I'm meant to give 42,000. There is no balance, which means I paid, or the company paid all the dividends. Now it's very important here, and you're going to see this in a few minutes, I really need you to put the brackets around and put the plus signs in, okay? Because we're going to be working backwards in a minute. Cooperation tax at the start was paid in full. So the 56,000 was paid, but there's 70 left, which means 70 had to be for this year. So your taxation is 70. And again, that's a minus. Okay, let's look at my debentures. Now, between the 2 years, debentures are 10%, but the debenture went up 50,000. Okay, so it was initially 200,000, and this year it went up by 50,000. And they're both at 10%. And you might say, well, why are you splitting them? Because I need to make sure I had the new one for the whole year. Now, if you look at adjustment D, it said the extra 50,000 debentures you didn't receive to July, so that means that's 6/12 of the year. So 10% of that is 20, 10% of that is 5, and you want half of it. So it's 22,500 for this year. Okay, so your debenture should be 22,500. You have 11,000 left, so this adds up to 34,500. 23,500 is what was paid. Okay, and remember what was paid, they're all the figures that you need for your cash flow statement. So my profit and loss, my debenture interest is 22,500. Okay, so we've everything in, and again, you need the operating profit figure. These two figures are coming from your balance sheet. So your balance sheet in 2001, it said your profit and loss was 45,000. And at the end of 2000, which we started 2001, your profit and loss was 36. Okay, so we're working backwards. And when you're working backwards, do the opposite to the sign that I put in. So you have 45,000, the opposite minus 36,000, so the retained profit was 9,000. Working backwards, so I'm plusing 42,000, that's 51. Working backwards, adding 70, that's 121,000. Working backwards, 22,500 minus 3,000. So that's my original figure was 140,500. And that's getting you loads of marks in the exam. Again, for anyone who's doing the the question 1 in the exam, they tend to find this question very, very easy. There is no hidden things in this question. But like we're used to in question 1, coming across months. There was no months here in your investment income, but you could end up having months here as well. So just watch that. But again, very nice question on the exam.